time. My dreamy friend, it's coffee time. Let's listen to some
Good
jazz
morning
and
once
wine.
again from still a beautiful
And
sunny
have a cup
Kiev.
of
Let's hope it will
coffee.
stay that way. And Team ESC Daily is growing and growing by the day. One of our team members arrived yesterday afternoon. Was it in the afternoon, Brandon?
That's right indeed. I came straight from the airport to our lovely arena, to the International Exhibit Centre. And I tell you what, on the journey up, Eurovision is just everywhere. There's a lot of love, a lot of, even bigger than Stockholm, I believe. There's such a big vibe, a lot of public support, I think, as well. Really looking forward to see how the days go on.
I forget it every year, but we do this rubric every year. But still, how do you drink your coffee?
Warm, hopefully, but I don't like it black. A little bit of milk, and that's all good, but no sugar. I'll need the Red Bulls later on in the night to see how things go.
We're joined, Brandon, again by our chief editor, Steef van Gorkum. Over the next upcoming days, we will also speak to people outside of ESC Daily. But it's always, every year, Steef, and we've been together, thankfully, a lot of years, the last couple of years. But it's always a slow start. You see the press center filling up more and more and more every day.
Yeah, that makes it a bit more difficult if you want to go around and ask for opinions and you still miss some people because you're thinking, hey, where's he and where's she? But also, of course, some of the familiar faces are already there. But yeah, I think it's a good way for us to start this Daily Coffee rubric by recording it the first 2 days in the morning from our apartment. We have a beautiful apartment anyway, so that's a good reason to stay here just a little bit longer.
Let's look ahead after we have looked back. That's how you say it. We have seen almost all countries, not all of them, because we were not on the second in Kiev State, but we have seen many countries in the first semi-final. Overall, first conclusion?
Well, I got 11 or like 12 qualifiers right now, so I'm not entirely sure.
A couple of wild cards.
A couple of wild cards. But, yeah. But, the thing is with this first semi-final, I've done research, of course, I've done research into ballots in the competition. And although I think this is not a year where there's so many ballots as some people seem to think, the first semi-final is very heavily filled with ballots. And that means that those few songs that are non-ballots, that are up-tempo, only a few of them will need to go out. Almost all of them will qualify, according to statistics at least. So even though, for example, Greece yesterday was not that great vocally, and Latvia as well were struggling with their vocals, I still think that those songs have a good chance of qualifying.
So let's talk about the day to come. That's the most interesting part for now. Let's do it. Songs in Rewind, Brandon. That's a good title for a rubric. We should do something with that.
Should definitely do
Yeah. Let's look. I'm doing that because the last one up today is Ireland.
Yes, of course.
Your one of your countries that you follow for ESC Daily.
Yeah.
What do you think of Brandon's chances, Brandon?
Well, I know he's had a lot of issues vocally, especially in previous promo concerts. But he seemed, when he came into the airport yesterday afternoon, he was with a river dancer. He was playing guitar in the middle of the Kiev airport. So maybe he's gained a bit of bravado, a bit of confidence, and hopefully he'll show that in Kiev today.
We, Steef, also have, before Ireland, Denmark, Hungary, the Netherlands, Romania. That's like 4 countries in a row that you have a link with because you're from one of the countries, you've lived in one of the countries. We have an Australian artist for Denmark and Romania. You've been there to the national semi-final.
Yeah, it's a super interesting list, and you could even add Malta to that, because I've very recently been to Malta to cover Junior Eurovision there. I've, of course, also been to Romania to follow Selection Națională in this pre-selection season. So, I'll be looking forward to seeing all of those people. I wasn't at the Hungarian pre-selection this year. However, it was my absolute favorite that won the competition, so I'm very curious to see Papa Yotzi as well. So it's going to be a very interesting rehearsal day, of course.
Yesterday we saw Moldova. You didn't, Brandon, because you were still in your plane. But the main conclusion in the press center was, finally, after so many years, Moldova will make it most probably to the final again. Yes. Can we say the same thing perhaps today, that will be also a very interesting nation to follow out, the former Yugoslavian Republic of Macedonia?
Oh, very interesting. I know it has a big hype, especially with the public right now. I personally don't find it that amazing. I think it's a little bit dated, but then I guess you could say about most songs. I don't know. I feel like after its performance, it's going to sink down a lot, especially in the booking.
The staging has been done by the same person who has done the staging for Euphoria, so that gives us some expectations. Also, the same person who did the Hour of the Wolf for Azerbaijan, but still, we could be in for a surprise or not.
Hopefully, it works out. It'd be great for a country like Macedonia to do well in Eurovision. I don't know if it's going to, though. We'll soon find out, though.
It will be a busy day once again, Steef, and the main conclusion is follow it all on ecdaily.com.
Yeah, and not just our rehearsal blog and our live blog, which is, as I explained yesterday, we have one blog for all the news going on, and then the rehearsal blog where there's in-depth coverage of what we see on the screens. But besides those two blogs, which are the main part of our coverage, we're also going to do a lot of country reports again. And thank you all. That's what I would like to say to all the people listening. Thank you so much for voting on our Twitter poll and letting us know which countries you're interested in. The three main winners were Macedonia, as you just said, as well as the Netherlands and Romania. So those are the three countries, of course, together with Anja Nissen, because she's from Australia. Those four countries, we're going to follow them. We're going to try to get an interview with them or to get some coverage to give you an idea of what they've been up to today in Kiev.
Okay, so stay tuned to our website and you will miss nothing of all the fun we're having here in Ukraine.